Right, we are back. So theorem 1, this is example 2. Again, they tell us that this is a circle with center O. They tell us OQ is perpendicular. That's not shown on the picture, so let's draw that in. OQ perpendicular to PR, so let's show that there's a 90 there. They tell us PR is 12 units. Okay, this whole thing is 12. Okay, and because of that perpendicular, we know that these are equal, right? That information is not given, so we'll need to give our reason for that. So let's maybe start with that even before we've gotten into the question. Let's say PS is equal to SR, right? Our reason angle, line from center, perpendicular to chord, right? Line from center perpendicular to chord, right? I know that doesn't look too pretty, but that's what it says. Now they tell us PR is 12. We've mentioned that SQ is 2 units. SQ, where's SQ? SQ is the short piece over there. Right, so they tell us that short piece is 2 units. All right, and they want us to determine X. Something important for us to make mention of is that X is from the center to the circumference, right? X is from the middle to the circumference. That tells us it's a radius. Is there another radius somewhere? Yes, there is another radius, and that is OQ. OQ, that's another radius. Okay, so how does that help me? We want to find X, right? Okay, so we should know that we're going to end up working in our triangle. Let's just put this in another color quickly. We're going to end up working in this triangle. This length here, we need to define it somehow. So that length is also a radius. So while this complete one is a radius. So the complete length is X. We know that the short part over here is 2. So the length in our triangle OS, right? The length that we want to use, OS, this one here, is going to be the radius minus this short 2 over there. Okay, I know I've thrown a lot on this picture. But that OS that I'm speaking of, it is your radius. What's your radius? Your radius is your X, right? Minus that short part that was given, minus your 2. Okay, great. So we are in this triangle. We didn't actually say what PS is equal to, but we know PS is half of PR. So we'll say PS is equal to, that is going to be 6 units. Right, that is units. So now this over here is our 6. We are going to use Pythagoras again, and this time we need to find X, and X in this case is going to be the hypotenuse. So because it's the hypotenuse, we know that there's going to be a plus in between. So it's going to be X is equal to the square root, right? Short side, so our one short side is 6, so we can go with 6 squared. Minus the other short side, that's that OS, and we said OS was going to be the X minus 2. So we'll, in brackets here, right, let's put it in brackets, X minus 2, and again that gets squared, right? This was the hypotenuse, right, meaning that they were supposed to be a plus over there, right? So let's do some quick math there to solve for X. Right, let's square both sides. So we're going to square both sides. So because I'm squaring on both sides, this is going to become X squared equals to 6 squared is 36 minus, this is a bracket squared. I'm going to do this in one step. Right, it's a plus. Do this in one step. It's going to be X squared. First times last, so it's going to be minus 2 times 2 is going to be minus 4x, and then plus 4. Right, if I lost you there, you go do the whole FOIL thing, right? You break it out twice, but I want to move on. So we have X squared, so we'll take everything over to one side and equate this to 0. In fact, I'm going to subtract X squared on both sides to get rid of this, right? That's what we say when we move it over. And if I'm subtracting X squared on both sides, this one and this one's actually going to disappear. So I'll end up with a 0 on my left-hand side, equals to, this is like 36, and the 4, so it's going to be 40, right? Minus, let's get rid of that, minus the 4x. Great, so now we only have an x to the power of 1, meaning we're going to put all of the x's to the one side, constants on the other. So this is going to be 4x is going to equal to 40. Divide both sides with a 4 to get rid of that. Great, and this is x is equal to 10. Great, that was easy enough. Let's say units, not too important, but we know we're dealing with the length of something, so units. Okay, and that was that.